All right, welcome back everyone for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be looking at a couple of excerpts from Multifarious Life.
Okay.
Um, and I think this is a really great source
Hmm.
because, obviously the title itself, Multifarious Life, it just draws you in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, multifarious means having a lot of variety. So
Yeah.
it's fitting for a deep dive like this.
Definitely. And I think it's, we're going to explore different paths we might take,
Right.
different ways our lives could go. And
Yeah, and how do we navigate those choices?
exactly.
Because, I don't know about you, but I've been down a lot of different paths already.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I've had, a lot of different careers, a lot of different relationships, all that.
Hmm.
And so this source really speaks to that.
For sure. And, one of the things that really stuck out to me when I was reading this was this idea of life being kind of slippery,
Oh, yeah.
It's like even when we have a clear desire, things don't always unfold exactly as we planned, especially when other people are involved.
Especially with relationships.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
we're putting energy into it.
Yeah, it's like you think you're on the same page,
Right.
but then it just
doesn't.
doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's like we're scouting for connection, like the excerpt says.
I like that. I like that word, scouting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't force the other person
Right.
to feel the same way.
You can't. Have you ever felt that? Have you
Yeah.
ever gone through that yourself where you've felt that slipperiness?
Oh gosh, so many times,
Yeah.
I mean, you put your heart and soul into a project or
Yeah.
a job interview or even, just a simple conversation and it doesn't land the way you expect at all.
Right. It falls flat.
It can be really disheartening.
Yeah. And how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that lack of control?
Well, I think that's where this idea of scouting becomes really powerful, because even though we can't control every single outcome of every situation,
All right.
we can control our own actions.
Right.
We can choose to keep scouting, keep exploring,
Even when faced with setbacks.
especially when faced with setbacks. Yeah.
It reminds me of that quote from Juliette Gordon-Low,
Yeah.
the founder of the Girl Scouts.
Hmm.
She said, "Scouting rises within you and inspires you to put forth your best."
I love that quote.
Yeah. And it's not just about, scouting for a relationship or scouting for, whatever. It's about
Right. It's about
scouting your own potential.
Exactly. It's about discovering what we're passionate about,
Yeah.
what challenges us, what brings us joy,
Yeah.
what makes us want to get up in the morning. And I think even if we don't reach that specific destination,
Right.
the journey itself has value.
The journey is the reward.
It really is. Yeah.
So what do you think are some of the benefits of this, continuous scouting?
Well, I think it really cultivates resilience. When we're constantly exploring, we're bound to encounter obstacles and disappointments.
Right.
And it's, that process of navigating those challenges.
It makes you tougher.
It does. It teaches us to get back up and keep going,
Right.
even when things get tough. And that resilience is so valuable.
Yeah. And you can apply that to any area of life,
Absolutely.
whether it's personal or professional.
Right.
You can even apply that to this idea of multifarious life,
Yeah.
because it opens us up to unexpected opportunities.
For sure. You might start scouting one path
Right.
and then discover something completely different that you never even knew existed.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. So essentially you're saying yes to the unknown.
Exactly.
You're acknowledging that you don't have all the answers,
Mhm.
and that's okay.
And sometimes that's where the real magic happens.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like the key takeaway here is that life is going to throw us curveballs,
Yeah.
but we can choose to approach it with the sense of curiosity and a willingness to keep exploring, keep scouting.
I couldn't agree more. It's about finding that balance, between accepting the things we can't control and focusing on the actions that we can take.
I like that.
And I think Multifarious Life gives us a really great framework for doing that.
It does. Yeah. So I guess the question for our listener now is, what area of your life are you feeling called to scout right now?
Yeah.
And what would it look like to bring that sense of curiosity and exploration into that space?
Think about that.
Yeah. Remember, the journey is just as valuable as the destination.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.